Bob Mumford here, and I want to talk to you a little bit about waste material. When Christ was born in a stable, it revealed something to me about God's nature, which is Isaiah 45:15 says, God who hides himself. And the first time I really saw that as an understanding of God's nature. If I pray for a glass of water, he doesn't blow a trumpet and tell me the glass of water is here. I turn and there's the glass of water and I almost think it may have been there before I asked, because his nature is to do things quietly, silently, hidden. And learning that has been such a joy for us, life changers. So I wrote this paper, and it was something like this. I did a study of all the visitations. As you know, I've been at this a while. And I did a study of all the outpourings of the Holy Spirit. And you know what I discovered? There was a lot of waste material in every one of them. Now think, Jesus, God the Father, chose to let Jesus be born in a stable. But nobody thinks about Joseph stepping in. Animal waste in that stable was very real. Now listen to the proverb. The proverb says, where no oxen are, the manger is clean, but much strength is comes by the increase of the ox. Here's what he's saying. If you have an ox, you are going to have waste material. And if you don't have an ox, you have a clean stall. And I think most churches want to be a clean stall, so they kill the ox, because there's no waste material. I've pastored 4 times, and I'm telling you, there was a lot of waste material on that side. Both human and animal, and so we started to laugh over this, and so I wrote this little paper about a year-end letter about the waste material. Now, everything that God does, this whole the craziness of this whole election thing, and everybody was, but if I ask you a question, was there a lot of waste material over this whole voting thing? And so I watched, and finally, I learned to accept the fact that what God does is in a stable. And the freedom that comes, because I'm always looking for this perfection. Nobody smokes and nobody cusses and nobody drinks and nobody, nah. That's so unreal. But the reality is that Father enters the thing in the stable. Now when that happens, we are able to begin to understand that there is dark matter. Now, the kingdom works on death and resurrection. When the dark matter is piled onto the kingdom, God himself birthed resurrection, and the kingdom emerges from the dark matter and displays light. Light always comes out of the waste matter. Always, every time, in my life, in yours, in every visitation, every Bible. And so when you see human failure in David and Abraham and whoever, you think, and I thought, oh my God, God didn't have any starched collar heroes in the scriptures. They were all men and women who know how to do this. Now, what are we saying? We're saying, let's embrace human failure. Let's not try to correct everyone and put Bible verses on everyone. Let's learn to be, let's watch for the light coming out of the darkness. Let's embrace resurrection and not pile on more waste material. Here's what Jesus said. Of the increase of this kingdom, there shall be no end. So then I realized resurrection and the transcendence of the kingdom guarantees that we're on the winning side. Now, here's my request. The Lord spoke to us really clearly. You are not free to use any kind of manipulation. You are not free to use any kind of false ambition. That has paralyzed us, and everybody thinks because we don't do fundraising and beat the band for more money that we don't have any needs. Right? And because we see the waste material by the buckets in fundraising. And we've never been allowed to do that. And I can't and we will not. If you would see through this with us and go to the website, give us a call, figure out a way you could help me, help us, help Eric. Because we feel like we are carrying something that is needed. And we want you to be part of that. Let's face 2017 in a way that would allow us. We do not manipulate you. We will never manipulate you. And so we're asking for your partnership, your involvement, your help, your financial strength. Love you much.